One of the most important things in Germany is letters, right? Paperwork in Germany is very significant. It's literally their way, or the standard communication in Germany is through paperwork, right? Through sending letters. So in this video, I thought of helping you, creating a video that will just help you, assist you to just get by and stay on top of things and not look like a dummy when sending a letter. Sometimes you get so confused, you don't know where to put the address on the envelope, right? Do I put it in front? Do I put it behind of the envelope or so? So I thought of creating a video that will show you exactly, number one, where to buy letter stamps or get letter stamps. Number two, how to address the letter as I said. And number three, how to send a letter or even a parcel internationally, for example to Namibia. And then number four, how to receive a parcel. And then number five, how to return a parcel that was maybe not satisfying. Say for example you bought some stuff on Amazon and you want to return it. Exactly how do you do that, right? So really anything post office, anything DHL will be what we'll be talking about in today's series of everything Germany. So if you would if you find this information maybe interesting, something that you would want to know, something that will be helpful for you in this season of your life, so do stick around and watch the video till the end. Hi there, I hope you guys are having a great day. For my returning subbies, thank you so much for being part of the family. Thank you for always watching. Thank you for always supporting. I really do appreciate it. And if it's the first time you're stopping by here, my name is Lucia Muukua, founder of Empowering Immigrants. I create content that help immigrants to just stay equipped and informed, and also just really help them to live their best lives by being on top of their goals and visions in Europe, you know. So if this is an environment that you will find interesting, that you want to be a part of, a community that you want to be a part of, I would like to invite you to hit the subscription button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so that next time I create a video you will be informed, right? So let's get into today's video. Now every household in Germany, every apartment has a post box, right? Because remember I said that sending letters is the main form of communication in Germany, right? It's not like back home in Namibia, which is where I come from, where most people communicate through emails, right? Sending emails, sending faxes is the form of communication in Namibia. It's like when you want to send important documents, mostly in the fax, or just people communicate through emails, right? Hence you don't find a household or an apartment in Namibia with a post box. Those that have a post box or postal address, they find it at a non-post branch, right? And I believe they have to pay for it monthly, you know. So yeah, having a post box even and a postal address is regarded as an adult thing back home. Like you are a grown adult, okay, a responsible adult. So yeah, not everybody have a postal address in Namibia. I even used to use my uncle's postal address like since high school, like since forever, and I think till now still now he still receives some of my letters and stuff like that, because why would I pay for a postal box that I don't really use a lot? Because as I said, the formal way of communicating in Namibia is through emails and faxing, right? So yeah, you don't find sending letters all the time via post. It's not really a thing in Namibia. So obviously when I first moved to Germany, I had to get used to the way of living here, and one of the things that I had to learn was to address a letter properly, putting the address at the right place, in front of the envelope, behind the envelope, and stuff like that. So I was confused for months and months and months, and that's why I thought maybe creating a video like this for all my newcomers if you're new in Germany also will be so helpful for you too, right? So in Germany, unlike in Namibia, the postal box comes with the apartment, it comes with the house, and it's free. It's not something that you have to pay monthly, but it is your responsibility though to make sure that your name is written correctly on the post box outside and also at your door, yeah, also in front of your door, right? Otherwise you might miss your letters, your important documents, and that will get you in big trouble, right? And so we wouldn't want that. You have to make sure that your name is written there, it's always on and it's written correctly. Alright, so answering question 1, how do we address a letter in Germany properly, right? As I said, when I first got to Germany, it was confusing as hell, right? I didn't know exactly where do I write the sender's address on the envelope and where do I write the receiver's address on the envelope, right? And also even the format of the address, the format of the address here in Germany is also quite different from Namibia and from most countries as well, right? So getting the address format right is also very crucial. It's also very important. The address format is first your name, right? Yeah, the name of the person, and then the street name and house number, and then down the postal code, and then comma the town or city name. So that's the address format. You must always get it right. It's quite unique. Yeah, but you will get used to it with time. So back to exactly how do we address the envelope, where do we put the address? Let me just show you. This is the front part of the envelope, and this is where you write the sender's address, no? The person who's sending it. If this is you in this case, you write your address here. Say for example, Lucia Muukua. My address is perhaps Valdring 60, and then the postal code down here maybe 38456, and then now my town name, say for example Haldensleben. So this is now the sender's address and it's in front of the envelope. Then you turn the envelope over and now you write the receiver's address to whom you are sending the letter, right? You must make sure that you leave space on top here for the stamp and also space on the rims, so the address comes on this corner right here. Say for example you are sending the letter to Konja. Say maybe his surname is also maybe Muukua, maybe it's a family member, and then the street name maybe Messerberger Straße 2, and then the postal address 34587 perhaps, and then the town name Magdeburg. So exactly this is, and then the stamp as I said comes here. So this is the receiver's address and the sender's address in front. Envelope that has like an open space up here already, so the sender's, oh no, actually the receiver's address is already written maybe on the letter, so then it appears in front here on this open space here. Then you just write your address here, and then the receiver's address is already maybe on the typed letter or even written or even handwritten letter, right? So yeah, it depends on what type of envelope you have. And when you are sending a parcel, maybe a box or something, and not an envelope in this case, you get these stickers from the post office with the address places already on. You just fill in your address and the receiver's address, and then you just stick it on the box. So that is seemingly very easy. Yeah, that like there's no hassle there. You don't have to think about where to paste the address in front, behind, on the box, wherever, or where to write the address on the sticker. It's literally just parallel. Everything is just parallel. Then you just stick it on the box, and then that's it. And you get these stickers at the post office, and sometimes you can also take more than one and just keep them at home ready for use, right, when you're sending or preparing your parcel. And then another thing also that is like a culture in Germany, let me say, which is something that the Germans love to do. Yeah, it's like a culture. People love to do it here in Germany. They like sending each other postcards, right? When we were also on our summer vacation earlier this year, a friend of mine sent her husband a postcard, and yeah, from the city where we were having the vacation. It was quite beautiful, right? So the postcard looks like this. Sometimes in front of the postcard is maybe the city, the picture of the city, and or maybe a famous building, church, or anything. And then behind the postcard there's a line, and then on the left side, that's where you write your message. You put the date, and then maybe write, hi, we arrived in, for example, in Hamburg. It's quite a beautiful city. I was thinking of you, I miss you, or whatever. And then on the right side, you write the person's address down here, to who you are sending the postcard, right? And mostly also the shop or place where you are buying this postcard from, they sell stamps as well. So immediately you buy the stamp, you put it on, and then also in most cases, very actually right outside the shop, there is a post box as well. So you just put in the postcard, and then it's ready to be sent, and the person can receive it even the next day, you know. So it's quite a nice gesture. It's quite a nice tradition here in Germany as well. So now that we know everything about sending letters, the format of the address, where to write the address on the envelope, let's jump right into the second question. Where do we actually buy the stamps, right? Also called Briefmarke in German, right? So you buy them at the post office, and then normally when you actually work in a post office and you want to send a letter, they will always ask you in German, senden Sie das normal oder einschreiben, yeah? And at first when I got here, I didn't even I wouldn't even get the second question, because obviously I didn't even know German that well. I'll only hear normal, and that's it. I'll just go with normal, right? Like, yeah, but yeah, normal, because normal is always cheap, normal is always standard. So I would not even understand what was the second question. Einschreiben, what? Like, what did you say? You know, so I'll always go for normal. But then later I also just thought like, the second option might be, yeah, expensive. Maybe might be just to have security for your letter, or let it maybe reach fast. I don't even know what I was thinking at the time. I didn't understand German quite well, so I'll just hear normal. Then I'm like, yes, Peter, normal. Yeah, so in today's video, I will explain to you exactly what it means, or the difference between normal and einschreiben, and what that question actually means, right? So that when they ask you, you don't get confused like I did at the beginning, and you know exactly what to choose and how to choose, right? So alright, so for the normal option, that is like a standard letter. It's usually maybe 1 to 3 pages, and the stamp costs 80 cents, right? Yeah, if you have more than 3 pages, obviously you might have to pay more than 80 cents, but usually it's just 80 cents that you have to pay when sending this letter. And then the second option is the einschreiben. So what it actually means is that you get a tracking number, so that if anything happens to your letter, it got lost or whatever, you can actually just track it, make sure that the person received this letter, right? So that's what they mean with the second option. Now, whether you want a tracking number just for security, yeah, of your parcel, of your letter. So within the tracking options, there's also, within the tracking number, there's also options. There's different options. There's option number 1 is the Einschreiben Einwerf. That means that yes, you get a tracking number, but the delivery man just goes and einwerf the letter, yeah, or the parcel. They just literally go put it in the receiver's post box. The receiver doesn't have to sign for it, or they don't have to give it the hand or whatever. They just einwerf it, yeah. So yeah, but you get to track the letter anyway. And then there's the second option is the Einwerfrückschein. That means that you will get a confirmation back that your letter has been delivered successfully to the receiver, and yeah, and if the receiver is not even there or something happens, this letter can even be returned to you, right? And then the third option is the Einschreiben I can hand it. That is for super mega important documents, maybe court papers or whatever that you are maybe sending to the court or so. That means that the receiver has to actually sign for the letter, they have to sign for the parcel, maybe even show an ID for the parcel and then sign for it, because then it's an important letter, right? It's something important that you are sending and you want to make sure that the person actually receives it, right? So those are the three options: einschreiben, einwerf, einschreiben, rückschein, and einschreiben, I can hit it, right? So you get to choose. And then obviously if you are choosing the second option of using tracking numbers, the einschreiben, you will have to pay more than the 80 cents that you will usually pay for the normal way of sending, right? But it's not more than €5. Sometimes it's €4.50 or something like that, but it's nothing more than €5. But be prepared to pay more than 80 cents, obviously, if you want your parcel or your envelope to be positioned, in other words, yeah, just to have that security, to have that tracking number, so that you don't lose it. Okay, so yeah, getting these stamps or buying stamps, there's actually three options, right? So option one is the one that I just explained now, whereby you have already prepared your envelope, you walk into a post office and then you just give your envelope to the counter, you pay for the stamp immediately right there, and then they put the stamp on the letter, and then voila, it's ready to go, right? That's the easiest way. And then option number two is actually buying the stamps beforehand and always have them handy at home. So you tell the counter that, okay, I need 5 stamps or 10 stamps, and then when buying the stamps also you get to make the choice already. Like, am I buying 5 normal stamps, 5 standard normal stamps, that's for 80 cents, or am I buying einschreiben, einwerf stamps or whatever, and then maybe 10 or so, and then you have them always handy at home. So after preparing your envelope, your letter, you just put the stamp on yourself at home, and then you go outside. You always find post box, DHL post box around your town, so you just put in the envelope there. Usually there will be times also there when the postal services, postal personnel will come and pick up these letters, and when they will be delivered, right? This option is quite great because the post office will obviously be closed. It's not 24/7. They close at around about 18:30 usually. So with this post box, obviously it's 24/7. If you are running late somewhere, maybe you are too busy, you are a working mom or whatever, you have stamps at home, you prepare your parcel, your letter at home, you put the stamps on, and then you just go and put it in this post box outside, and tomorrow you just continue to work, right? You go to work, don't have to worry about, I need to go to the post office or whatever, right? So that's option number 2. And then option number 3, doing it online, right? Instead of going to the post office, you can buy your stamps online by either downloading the DHL app on your phone from Apple Store or App Store, or even just by registering on your, like on their website, using your computer, right? So let me just show you guys how to do that. I have my account right here. Once you have logged in, obviously you first log in, put in your email address, your password, whatever, and then you come to the front page here. This is now their website that I'm using on my computer. There's options on top here. You go to send package, and then you go to postage advisor. So now you are now getting ready to send your letter. So there's options here, the items that you're sending. Is it a document, is it an item? So we go to a document, which is a letter, not a postcard. Remember I also explained that you can create a postcard. You can send a postcard, which is a culture in Germany. And then are you sending it in Germany or worldwide? So then you choose Germany. Is it like rectangle standard, like normal envelope, like the one that I just showed you? Yes, you choose that one. Is it like a small one or a bigger one? You choose small. It's 3 pages. 3 pages will be now the standard one, where you pay 80 cents to 85 cents. So yeah, we choose that one. We are sending it normal, right? So we choose that one, and then you just press here at the bill address. You just tick on this little tiny box here. This just says that you don't need like a Rookshine, yeah, for them to inform you or whatever. So that you don't have to write all your information on, because you don't want the confirmation back. Then now you choose the paying option, how you're going to pay that 85 cents with PayPal, credit card, Google Pay, transfer online. I chose transfer online already. And then you just tick here below here just for the terms and conditions, and then you buy, right? When it comes to the payment option, then you just put in your payment information, and then the 85 cents will be deducted, withdrawn from your account. Then you get a postal stamp code, like a number of the stamp now. That means that you literally bought the stamp now online, and that number is the one that you will write at the corner of the envelope where you normally paste the stamp that you have bought. That's where you write that code down, okay? That's where you write the code down, and then you can take this envelope and go and put it in a post box outside in your area, in your town or so, and then voila, you have bought your postal stamp online. All right, so moving on to question 3, I believe, how to send a parcel internationally, for example to Namibia. So now let's say, for example, it's your mom's birthday and you want to surprise her with some goodies from Germany. So you will prepare the box at home with some nice goodies, tape it, prepare it nicely and securely, and then you put those address stickers on, like the one that I showed you before. You just fill in the address and then you stick it on the box. Once the parcel is ready, you have 2 options. Either you can call DHL personnel to come and pick up the box, maybe if it's too heavy to walk with it to the postal office or take it to the postal office, but obviously then you will have to pay more for that option. Usually you can just take it yourself to the postal office, and once you get there at the counter, they will weigh the box. Has to be weighed. The maximum weight is usually 31.5 kg. Yeah, just to give you an idea of how much you might end up paying. I did send a parcel before to Namibia, and it was 4.5 kg, and I had to pay 36 euros for that. It included insurance. That 36 euro includes insurance in case something happens to the package, and it's also tax-free, right? And I also used a premium option. So usually they will also ask you, what is the versand art? How are you sending do you want to send the parcel normally, which is always the cheaper way, or do you want to use the premium option? That means that with the premium option, your parcel will not delay. It will not be delayed. The receiver might just receive it in a week or 2, so it's faster, right? So then I chose the premium option, which I had to pay 16 euros for extra, so 36 plus 16 euros that I had to pay for the parcel. So that's just an estimation of how much you might end up paying. So it also, yeah, it just depends on how heavy your parcel is, right? And yeah, you also get to fill in a form that just explains what is in the box, and also the receiver's information. And yeah, then that's about it. PS, you can also buy boxes at the postal office, but obviously the easiest way is just to go and get some free boxes from big retail shops, right, like Netto or the Zoo. But this option of buying at the postal office is mostly better when you are sending electronics, for example, internationally. Say for example you want to send a laptop, there is special boxes for that that DHL send, like laptop boxes, that is more secure. I will put a link down here on where you can get more information about sending electronics internationally, how to package it nicely, and how also these boxes looks like, these special boxes and stuff like that. So I'll just put the link here. So yeah, I will advise that you, when you're sending electronics, it's better to just buy the boxes at DHL rather. So yeah, that's about it when sending a parcel internationally, right? For example, to Namibia. Alright, so moving on to question 4, how do you receive a post, right? How do you receive a letter? How do you receive a parcel, maybe a box? So as I said, every apartment, every house has a post box, and also at the entrance of your apartments outside, there's like a door ring next to your surname where they can just ring if it's like a box. If it's a letter, they will just put it on your, like in your post box, and that's it, your mail gets delivered, right? But if it's a box, they will ring, and you receive your parcel. But if you are not there, and this is why I thought of answering this question, like how do you receive your parcel, for most, especially if you are not around. Say for example, you actually bought the stuff maybe on your favorite app, Amazon. Usually you might give extra instruction on Amazon that if I'm not always around, you can deliver my package to my neighbor. And if you didn't leave that option, you get, or the postal man actually puts a pickup receipt in your post box, right? So if they have ranked on your doorbell, you haven't answered, you are not there, you didn't give instructions that your parcels can be delivered to your neighbors, what do? They put a pickup receipt in your post box, right? The pickup receipt is called an Abholenschein in German, and then on this receipt it gives details as to where you can pick up the parcel and at what time, which is usually the next day after 3 p.m. And yeah, so the pickup options, it's different. The pickup options will be either at the nearest post office near you, a kiosk, or a DHL packet station around your town also. At the DHL packet station, you get a code. Yeah, a code that you just have to go and pin in, and then it opens up, and then you can take your package, right? And yeah, very important also when you are going to pick up, if you're not using, or if they didn't give you the option of the DHL packet station whereby you already have a code, you have to have a personal ausweis if you are doing the pickup at a post office or at a kiosk. Personal ausweis, your ID. If you do not have it, you are gonna have to go back home without your parcel, honey. They will not give it to you. They will not give it to you. So very important, you must have your ID when picking up your parcel. So yeah, that's it on how to get your post. Okay, now on our last question, how to return a parcel. Now it is such a lifestyle here in Germany to shop online compared to Namibia. So yeah, most of our clothes and stuff like that we actually buy online. So if you bought some clothes and it ain't fitting, or you just bought something that you don't actually like anymore, or it broke accidentally or whatever, but you had you had a insurance for it, yeah, you chose the insurance for it maybe, so you can always return it, which is also called ein Retourpaket auf Deutsch, a returning package, right? So what you will actually need most importantly when returning a parcel is a return slip called Rücksendeschein in German, so which you will also actually get from your distributor, say for example in this case Amazon, right? And then this returning slip will have the receiver's address, the company's address, for example, where you are returning, right? All the information will be there. You stick this whole slip with all the information on the box, and then you take it to Then you take it to the post office and it gets delivered, right? It gets returned and that's it, right? So yeah, that's it on returning parcels. I hope that was clear. I think the most important takeaway from that question, how to return a parcel, is just to make sure that you have a return slip that you can print out from your Amazon app. Say for example, if it was a parcel from Amazon or so, just to have really information or to where this parcel is being returned to, right? That's the most important thing. All right guys, that's everything post office. That's everything on DHL, on letters and everything. If you have further questions, put them down in the comments below. I will be delightful to help. And if you have watched until here and you liked this video, you liked this information, to make sure to show some love by just pressing on the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. From me to you, peace and love.